Hello, 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 beautiful family. Hi, family. Hello, beautiful family. Oh, I forgot something. I just realized I should have brought Willie's picture. Hello, beautiful family. Well, I am going to say hello to my live viewers who are here with me. I appreciate my live viewers. If you're here, please say hello. My replay viewers, hello, hello, hello. And I am streaming from three different locations. So hello my YouTube viewers. Thank you. If you are on YouTube, please like and share. If you're on Facebook, please like and share. Hello, good evening. Well, I am Robin F. David. For some of you who may be watching this on replay or may just find this something interesting that you want to chime into this evening with me, I am the mother of Willie A. David III, and I am the CEO of the Golden Foundation, which is in family. Golden Foundation is we advocate for families of gun violence. Can you guys hear me? I feel like I'm yelling. Hello, 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 beautiful people. So last week I was on here with my beautiful family and friends. Some of you are on my homepage. So I have my Golden Foundation page streaming, my YouTube streaming, and my homepage. So welcome everyone from whichever way you are seeing this live today. Welcome. Today is the 8-year anniversary of the unfortunate experience of myself, the CEO of the Golden Foundation, Robin F. David, losing my youngest son to gun violence. And the reason I'm coming on and talk about the healing journey, turning pain into purpose and empowering others as well, is important that I share with my family and friends this 8-year experience. Last week I was in a parole hearing with my family, and that was very emotional for us as a family. But I am willing to trust the process, and it was one of those things that from day one I knew it was a healing journey. But now we're here, and 8 years ago, my son, on May the 3rd, let me slow down. On May the 3rd, 2015, my youngest son was shot in our backyard. Maybe that's where I should start the story, because I get a little bit choked up about it sometimes, because it's like this the story that really, really put me in this position of going through the process of really understanding what a healing journey is, and turning pain, what does turning pain into purpose look like. And for me, back in 2015, I really didn't understand what was turning pain into purpose. And so we lost a really great young man in 2015 on May the 3rd, 2015. Willie was my youngest son out of 5 children, and he was such an inspirational kid. Like, oh my goodness, if you knew Willie, he was just so much fun, because he was always that kid who spoke his mind clearly, and he knew his yes was yes and his no was no. And he either liked you or he didn't like you, and it was okay with him. And I loved how he took a stand. He had his own way of being. And he was like that from a little bitty boy. Willie was my fair child. He was very bright, when it came to schooling. He was smart in school, but he was my lightest son. So out of all my children, he was number four. And when I got him, I said, "Look at this little boy. He need a little son. He need a little son." I said, "Lord, this child, I didn't give him any color. Me or his dad gave him any color." And so I came on here today to just celebrate Willie and share a little bit about this 8-year journey for me, healing from the inside out, and what that looks like. Grief and loss is different for every mother. For me, in 2015, I started on YouTube and Facebook every Sunday after church. I would go to church and I would just come on live and be like, thank you, God, for allowing me to see another day, right? Because you really start to realize that each day is a gift. And so my pain, turning my pain into purpose, meant a lot for me. And how would my pain empower others, right? How could my pain empower others? And I would ask God that, like, how do I heal through this type of trauma? And then what would I do with my healed self? And so with my healed self, I was already on the journey of self-care. I've always been on a journey of self-care. So that was something I started before we lost Willie, before Willie was taken from our lives. I was always a person that was conscious about working out. Always, I was always in my purpose. I've always been a public speaker. Always, so I only thing that I hadn't did yet was complete my first book, and then I became an author. And that was really like taking that pain in my first anthology, which is an Amazon bestseller. I took that pain and I wrote in this anthology. Um, I partnered with a publishing company, The Power of Loving You. It's a publishing company, and I was able to write 18,000 words, and it was so much fun taking the it was always fun writing and crying at the same time. 8 years ago I would write and cry at the same time, but it was a great collaboration for me because it started to turn my pain into purpose. So I definitely am honored that this is a story that I was able to write 1,800 words about. So if you didn't know that, I am an Amazon bestseller with the collaboration of other amazing women all over the world, worldwide. So that gave me a first step, right? Was like, where do I take my pain after losing your youngest son? The next thing I started to do was I started a nonprofit organization, right? Golden Foundation. So I started doing the gatherings of women, small groups, starting in my home, and at one of my dear friends allowed me to do some workshops at her church. So just starting to get out in the community and working with Mothers for Justice and Equality, being a speaker there. So I started to really realize this healing journey was turning my pain into purpose. And then I was able to create, I self published with Renee Bob. She helped me um, write, create a short, really brief, intimate journal. And it's called Healing from the Inside Out, a 30-day journal and journey to wholeness. And so I really just realized, like, how do you help other people move through grief? Back in 2013, before I became an author, I am a certified life coach. So I definitely started to focus on offering programs. I presently, at this present time, offer programs to help women move through grief and loss. And so I just want to encourage somebody today to know that the healing journey, it's you can only do it with good relationship and prayer, good family members and friends. I couldn't made made it to this far without my family and friends who have supported me. I got so much support with completing my books. Powerful You, they were there with me. They knew that I had just lost my youngest son. The contract had a deadline on it, but I was able to get it done, even even with my heart filled with tears. I got my first. The reason I tell you about my anthology because I had to get it done with tears, crying, and as a mother, you have to get up every day and cry and move forward. And it doesn't feel like 12. It doesn't feel like 8 years. We're going to be doing some more great things with the Gone Foundation, so stay tuned for that. We will be helping and doing more in the community this year. And I think that next year I would like to do a 9-year remembrance where we can come together in person and do some candles in remembrance of Willie. I want to thank all of Willie's family and friends who have been along with us on this journey. And thank you for following me on this journey. It has not been just a simple path to follow because you have to put the mask on yourself. So that's what I really want this message to be about. Healing yourself is, going through a healing journey is putting the mask on yourself. Taking those deep breaths daily is what I would tell a mother. Getting the right people around you. For me, it was the right people surrounded me through my pain, and it helped me to get a lot more clear on my purpose. Now that I'm a lot more clear in my purpose, I'm super excited, looking forward to doing more things with the community. So that's it. I hope that I said something today. And I want to let you guys know, I hope I said something for a mother today to know that you too can turn your pain into purpose. And once you find that purpose, each and every one of us in our pain, it's empowering when you can help others. So it's been really great for me to work with other nonprofit organizations in the community and throughout the world, because I think what happens is we heal together. Healing is a together journey, right? Whenever someone loses someone, it's that ripple effect. It affects everyone that's connected to it. So that's it. I am celebrating Willie A. David the fourth, aka Goldie, and stay tuned. We will be sharing more information on how I'll be reaching out to serve more of the community. I'm putting together some things I don't want to mention right now, but stay tuned. Thank you for following me on the Golden Foundation page. If you're not on the Golden Foundation page, please like and subscribe on the Golden Foundation page where you'll see more of the updates pertaining to the Golden Foundation. And again, if you'd like to order a book from me to hear the entire story, what happened on May the 3rd, 2015, 8 years ago. And also, last week, for you all who are praying for me, we had a parole hearing. And the other reason I would like to share this part about the parole hearing, how much it was painful, but it brought me to purpose because now I know other ways that I like to support mothers in this type of experience. The system is not supportive to us. My son was murdered. It wasn't manslaughter. In the state of Tennessee, our whole experience was blotched, and it was never done right. We had no support from the beginning. The investigation, they just they just they just forced us to take, and we had to accept the plea bargain. And they didn't do the investigation, so that was a smack in the face to us as a family because we knew that the young man intentionally murdered. It was pre-murdered. He came to our backyard the night before. So, not to make the story so long, so when we went to parole, we were called several months, maybe a couple of months ago, that they were releasing him without allowing us to have a voice. So they were, Tennessee not only, you know, gave us manslaughter, but they also gave us no notice of the parole, the first parole. We're not saying the young man needs to hang, we want to hang him, and we're not thinking that's the answer, because what I would like to share with most people who don't know, from the beginning of this experience, I have chose to be willing to forgive this young man. With that being said, forgiving him and what the law did was like totally two different things, right? But God's grace is good to us all. And what I found out in this whole situation, from the healing journey, turning my pain into purpose, no one wins. No, we don't win because we lost Willie and he was taken from us. This young man and his family now is incarcerated. His mother and family she lost her son to the system. And the system is so unfair. Someone can murder and be released on manslaughter, and then someone can maybe do drugs or sell drugs and get 30 years. I don't understand yet. But I do know this experience has taught me that you got to know the law for yourself, and you got to stand up for yourself. You have to advocate for yourself and your family, but you also need people to help you advocate, because a lot of times when this type of tragedy happens to a person and you're in this type of pain, no one's there to aid you through. So saying that to say, they called me one day on the way out the house. I was on my way out the house, and it's like, well, we're letting him out. And I was like, what? Excuse me? But by the grace of God and the prayers and the support of family and friends who emailed the state of Tennessee, rescind and revoked his parole and allowed us to speak. And he'll be getting a little more time. He may get a little bit more time now to just think about the event. And now just pray Maybe someday he and I will have a conversation, and he maybe someday come to the Golden Foundation, and he and I can share the importance of what our experience has done for to us in our lives, like what it done to me or my family, and how it has affected us, and how it may has changed his life. We pray that this young man will get the services and the treatment. And I would love to have a conversation with the young man and invite him to share what really happened to him on that day, and what his pain, and how he can be redeemed to share his story with the world and others, and how that's what I would pray, that he would want to come out someday and tell other young men and young people how he wish he didn't make this decision. But we don't know if he's going to be remorseful or not. But I pray that his life, that he will be redeemed as well. I hope the best for the young man. Hope that he can take his pain and also turn it into purpose, and that he'll be able to be an impact to the community as well. And maybe we can save some lives together. So I set out to say thank you for being here with me on this journey of the healing journey, turning my pain into purpose and empowering others. I'm Robin F. David. Thank you again. And share and leave your comments. And yes, we're looking for support at the Golden Foundation. So if you're interested in supporting the Golden Foundation, please inbox me or reach me at robindavid09@gmail.com, or please join us on the Facebook page. Your support is very important. Thank you again. Have the best of your rest of your day. I'm Robin F. David, inspiring you to embrace, nurture, and love yourself and others. Thank you for being here. Thank you, replay viewers.